Hello everyone, today we have new video review and this time we are going to talk about something interesting because that's a watch brand which was recently revived. It's a Poljot International and we have a new model, it's called as a Beringo, and we are going to check it closer together in this video review. First of all, I would like to show you the unboxing process, so let's take a look together. So as you saw, watch is supplied in a nice box. I have it here with me, and we have a, I would say, Moscow and Berlin signs and also some other famous cities on the box. It's a standard box for Poljot International. We also have a note for dear customer, as you can see here, so it's environmentally friendly box. But nevertheless, we are not talking about the box, we are talking about the Beringo watch, which is a limited edition. It will be produced in several versions and I got chance to check two of them. As you can see today in this video, I will be holding the golden version, but there will be also some short videos in this review with the black watch, which is also quite interesting. So what is this watch special feature? First of all, we can talk about the name Beringo. It hints on the famous Vitus Bering, which was searching for some new territories for the Russian Tsar, and that's why Poljot International decided to commemorate it. And you can also ask why we have all in the end, so it was added as an exclamation mark. So altogether it makes Beringo, which is, I would say, a name easy to remember, and I mean it will be easily recognizable as well. All in all, we have a classic watch here. You can see that here we have a two-hand set and separate seconds indicator. Overall size is 42 millimeters, so it's not that huge, but these guys who have a thin wrist, obviously it's better to try it first because, as you can see, it has the noticeable size. And the main feature of this dial is that we have skeletonized finish here. Whole movement is visible through the dial. We also have some color splashes here and there, and it looks quite special. We also have a small reminder that this is a limited edition, which is written here. I like the look, and you can see that we have engraving straight on the movement parts, which is also quite special. We also have some mix of English and Russian words. So for example, here you can see that barrel, it's written also in Russian, and we also have the manufacturer written in Russian, which is quite interesting, hints on the Russian heritage of the Poljot International trademark. And we have, as I said, separate seconds indicator, which is marked with a black hand with a yellow tip. You can see that we also have red dot here. It is quite interesting design, and I think these guys who already have some experience with Alexander Shorokhov, or maybe they saw the video review with some of their watches, they will recognize this style, that we have, let's say, elegant style as a base, and then there are some colors added on the top. So we have them here on this indicator, we have them on the seconds hand, we also have them here on the baro area, and that makes the whole look less strict, I would say, so it looks a bit more special. You can also notice that there are no digits at all, we have indices only, and this is also a change from, for example, typical Alexander Shorokov design, where he combines various digits and also numerals and indices on the same dial. Here we have only triangle and dots. And you can also see here that hence the hour and minutes hand, they're not that huge. And on the silver version it makes, I would say, something what you can easily expect. It's a bit tricky to read the time because you're trying to find the hand on this skeletonized dial, and it's not as easy as it might seem to be. Nevertheless, on the darker version it's noticeably easier. You'll see it in the videos which I will insert in this video review, so definitely consider the color option you choose for yourself, because as I say, this color combo is something you have to consider while choosing your watch. I think if these hands would have been in a bigger size, maybe they would have been in a contrast color, it would make it easier to find them on the overall composition. So who knows, maybe we'll see it in a redesign of this version, but for now I would rather recommend to get a darker version, which will be easier to read. You won't have any issue with finding the hands on the whole dial. As for the glass, we have a sapphire glass covering. As you can see, it's not plain, it's slightly bulged, and that also adds to the overall style of this watch. I really like this effect, and on bright light it looks even more interesting, for example on sun, so you will also see it in the video review. And of course we also have clear insert from the opposite side, but it's not sapphire glass because you don't need it on the opposite side. Manufacturer also promises that hands and indices they're covered with luminous covering. You will see how it works in real life also in this video review. I will insert various shots of the nighttime watch dial in this video review. Now we can move on to the case, and as you can see we have a classic stainless steel part. Again, manufacturer combined here, just like in the upper scale watches of Alexander Shorokov. Here we have a combination of various polishing finishes, which is really interesting because you can see that main section is finished in this matte polishing, but we have lugs with mirror polished finish, and it adds the visual interest to the overall composition. And the same can be said about the crown, because on this part we have several polishing finishes and also Poljot International logo. As you remember, whole size of the watch is 42 millimeters and thickness should be around 12.4 millimeters. So it's not huge watch, but it's more suitable for a thicker man's wrist, and as I said before, it's better to check it if you have a thin wrist and you're afraid that it will be huge for your hand. Water protection is fixed at 5 atmospheres, so this is definitely not a diver's watch, but I guess it's not a surprise for anybody who is watching or choosing this model. You can also notice large crown here, so it is interesting part because it works nicely with this bulged glass on the top of the case, and the whole case is rounded, as you remember, so we have a really big part which makes it easier to set the right time. And obviously you will be using it often because it's a hand-wound watch, and that's why I guess Poljot International decided to make this part really large and easy to handle with your fingers. As for the strap, this watch comes only with a velour strap. As you can see, there are contrast colors. So for example, this silver watch, it comes with a black strap, and we have a bright stitch in here which adds a splash of color again, just like on the dial we have it also on the strap. In my opinion, this watch might work nicely with a Zulu strap, maybe with some classic gray shade or maybe green shade, and it would be interesting finish, and it will be visible through the skeleton dial, so definitely consider it. And who knows, maybe this watch can also play with a metal bracelet. Maybe Poljot International will offer their aftermarket accessory, so definitely check their eShop. Maybe there will be such an option. Here we can move to the movement. So here, as you can see, or as you remember, we have a skeletonized dial, so whole movement is just like on the palm of your hand, or maybe on the wrist of your hand. And we have a hand-wound movement, as I said before, so you will have to do it not daily, because the power reserve is approximately 36 hours, but be ready to do it quite often. Nevertheless, that's the acceptable price for such beautiful finish here. This is a hand-winding caliber 9910, and it features this separate indication of hours and minutes with seconds. As you can see, seconds are indicated on the small sub-dial. There is no date indication, and frankly speaking, I can't imagine it here because it will be lost on this skeletonized dial. So in my opinion, this is not a huge loss. And also we have a barrel which is visible, so you will be seeing what you are doing when you are winding this watch, which is a really cool feature in my opinion. It might be a great ritual to do every day, so maybe 36 hours can be viewed as a benefit for this model. Don't forget that you can also see it through the rear cover, so basically whole movement, it can be inspected from both sides. Now let's move to the in-use experience, because I would like to share how it looks on the wrist and what are the impressions of this watch. So first of all, this is a skeletonized dial, and I think I've mentioned the main thing which concerns me, at least in the silver version. It's readability of this watch, and in some bright conditions it's even more trickier, so definitely consider it when you will be choosing this watch. As I said before, it's 42mm watch, and now I'm going to put it on my wrist. As you can see, it's really a nice fitting watch. I don't have problem with locks, and strap quality is quite nice. It's flexible, it's not really thick and sturdy, so I don't think you will have any issues with, let's say, fitment of the watch on your wrist. And of course, you should be ready for the power reserve, because 36 hours it's notably less than a typical automatic movements in this price range. We can't deny it, and you have to be ready for winding watch every day. So maybe it will be a nice ritual every day and you will be fine with that. Who knows, maybe it will be wrong for you, so definitely think about power reserve. Now we've mentioned the rivals, so what is the price tag for this watch? It should be sold on official Poljot International website for 670 euros, and the whole limited edition line will be limited to 400 pieces for each version, so it's a truly limited release, and you will notice this number on the case back. For example, I have, I think, model number 12 out of 400. Nevertheless, I know that some of you will write in the comment section that there are many rivals in this price tag, but I really doubt that some of these rivals can offer the same limited edition attraction, let's say, for the same price and with the same features, especially with the skeletonized dial and hand finish on the movement. This is a watch which will, I think, insist on its role of a daily watch. You will have to wind it every day and you can't avoid it with the 36 power reserve. Nevertheless, it also offers you a chance to look at this beautiful dial daily, and in my opinion it will be a good option for everyday choice, especially for these guys who are searching for a one watch collection. In my opinion, this is a really interesting choice to go off the beaten path, to choose something different from main rivals and mainstream choices which we are used to see on Instagram and various watch websites. So definitely check this watch. And as I said, only 400 pieces produced, so maybe it will be also a good thing for those who would like to start with something limited, or maybe they would like to have something limited in their collection and they don't want to spend a lot of money. That's all for this video review. This watch should be already available, so if you would like to get it, it's better to hurry. You can order it on official Poljot International website. Of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion about this release. Write it in the comment section below. If you like this video, press the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye!